Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute, the name of my BitChute channel is Comic Freak. Today, like I said in my last video, the Reylos are now calling John Boyega sexist and misogynist. And we're going to be reading their reactions to his video. And we're also going to be looking at a fellow Disney Trilogy cast member who has basically come out and agreed with John Boyega and even liked his video. Of course, by now, all of us know about the infamous Instagram video, and here's the first tweet. He targeted Reylos because they are mostly women. Let's be real. Why he felt this way? Okay, women are an easy target in this fandom. Where were his retaliation tweets when the fandom menace was attacking him and being racist towards him 2 years ago? He attacked what he sees as a weaker part of the fandom, and he is disgusting. And this tweet comes by way of California Peach. Such a nice name for such foul behavior, huh? Only because he's been ridiculing the Reylos, huh, lady, Miss California Peach? So you're beyond being criticized, even by a black man who you usually use as a purse puppy and basically have them buy you saying, look how not racist I am and how hip and cool I am. Jeez, lady, if you were any more lame, you'd be a parent trying to basically recapture their youth and their midlife crisis. And women being the easy target and how he was basically harassed by racists? Not really, and you're not exactly an easy target because you're fighting back a lot. How about that, lady? And here is our next tweet. This is so childish, and it started with him saying a rather vulgar and misogynistic thing about Rey, which is so weird to begin with, given that he seems very close to Daisy, IRL, not to mention he reduced our first leading female Jedi in film to an object which is disgusting. I don't get this. He has very lovely co-stars and is now standing out in a really awful way. Ick. Oh my god, lady. Are you from the 80s? Because you sound like some 80s version of a Valley Girl. I've said this again. Do they idolize these people? I mean, you're idealizing people who most likely have brain damage. I mean, the Valley Girls, most likely they have brain damage. And this probably includes these, Reylos as well. So even if John Boyega is close to Daisy Ridley, does not mean he can't be critical of her. And because he dislikes how his character was used in the Disney trilogy. I mean, he basically was just a purse puppy throughout all three movies. And here we have another tweet. It isn't harmless because a lot of women are currently being bullied online as a direct result of his actions. The vast majority of these people have never said anything against Boyega and were not involved in any of the racism he faced when he got the role, but are now being harassed and targeted as though they did and blamed for pretty much everything that the Phantom Menace did despite not having actually done anything wrong. Not having done anything wrong. Let's see, the Reylos have basically harassed Adam Driver and his children. His family is now living in fear of a bunch of people who are basically a bunch of schoolyard bullies who, as I've said, gone after small children. Not to mention they're basically making everyone's life, who was a prominent member of the cast of the Star Wars Disney trilogy, a living misery. And how you say that they were never involved with any of the racism he faced a few years ago? I don't think he faced any racism, honestly. It's just like the Kelly Marie Tran thing. They keep bringing up this thing that never happened. The most offensive thing about all of this is the myth that Reylos are mostly women. After all, everything is perfectly equal, so there are just as many men Reylos as there are women Reylos. To fight this awful myth, I've designed a new t-shirt in the spirit of another t-shirt that was offered by Lucasfilm. Please enjoy. Reylo is for everyone, and yes, it looks funny and hilarious. It's so much fun making fun of Reylos. Are there equal numbers of men in the Reylos as there are females? I don't know. But I imagine for the people who buy this shirt who are making fun of the Reylos, it ought to be a lot of fun for them. I think that the person who made the shirt is making fun of the t-shirt that Lucasfilm released that said Star Wars is for everyone. Now, Reylo is for everyone. This part of the article, we're going to be talking about Gwendolyn Christie, like John Boyega's Instagram video. She was the one who played that, female stormtrooper commander, remember? Well, the one who was killed off even though she was made out to be so important to the plot and the Disney trilogy, even though she was killed off in the second film, like some cannon fodder stormtrooper. That's what we have here. Remember her? Well, apparently she's taken fire because she liked John Boyega's video, so let's dig into this part of the article. Remember Captain Phasma? She was a breakout character with an interesting look who was portrayed by Gwendolyn Christie in the Disney trilogy. Fans were supposed to be in awe of her femaleness, while simultaneously being strictly forbidden to acknowledge her femaleness, according to the Star Wars Facebook page. A fan was purportedly shut down for reasonable comments that pointed out the fact that male and female anatomy would require different shapes of armor, but you can be sure that whatever multiple articles written by SJWs declare a comment to be shut down, that the debate is certain to rage on forever instead, but I digress. You know, if anyone had a point to criticize the Star Wars Disney trilogy, would be Gwendolyn Christie. Even though she was promised to have an incredibly cool and intricate part to the Disney trilogy, she was killed off by Rian Johnson and basically just is a nothing in the final estimate of the films. Even though the final estimate of the films are less than nothing, and that's saying something. I have to say that her liking the John Boyega video and then all the Reylos coming on and attacking her as well, that's just great, isn't it? So naturally the Reylos and the SJWs will attack her even though she's a female and she was part of this feminist movie that they wanted so badly to be made. And in the final analysis, she's just another person that's gotten in their way and they're going to try and destroy her because they're Reylos or the SJWs. I really don't know the difference anymore. Even though she has a right to criticize the films because she was promised a great part in the movie trilogy as a villain. But no, she was killed off unceremoniously in the second movie, as I understand it. And then, well, no one expects her to be angry about it, having her part cut out just so Rian Johnson could basically doodle all over George Lucas's legacy, because that's what he did. There are other more or less charitable words I could call it, but I'll just say he just doodled on everything. Getting back to the article, I recently posted John Boyega's viral Instagram video which slammed Reylos. Apparently Gwendolyn Christie, the actress who played Captain Phasma, has liked that video. Why polyamorous menstruator? Maybe she's bitter over the fact that her character didn't do much more than swivel her hips on screen before being killed off, leading USA Today to declare Phasma the worst in Star Wars. Or maybe she's just as sick of hysterical Reylos as every other normal person on the planet is. Whatever the reason is, the fact is that she liked John Boyega's video. Make of it what you will. As I said, Gwendolyn Christie is no doubt still angry over her character being booted from the franchise. So then she goes online and she sees the Reylos whining and screaming. And all she does is like John Boyega's video and everyone jumps down her throat. And all she can really say, and she has the right to say it, hey, I was fired from the Disney trilogy. Even though my character was promised to have a huge part in this entire film trilogy, I was cut out in the second movie by Rian Johnson because he had his own agenda to follow, along with Kathleen Kennedy. Now, I might be still miffed about what happened to me at Disney, but at least I don't go around harassing actors who are just doing their jobs like all of the Reylos harassing Adam Driver and his family and going after John Boyega because he wants to basically tell his side of the story and say that he did not like the Reylos or how the Disney trilogy ended. And that's what happens. And the Reylos find this an intolerable action and a strike against their egos because they hate the idea of anyone standing up and fighting against them and saying that they're wrong. And just like any other NPC, they find this something to fight against and something to attack because they can't even wrap their minds around that anyone would have any opinion that is different from theirs. They think everyone thinks alike. That is what they think that it should be. And that their one opinion is the right one and that everyone should agree with them and bow down and lick their boots, as I've said over and over again. SJWs know nothing, and these Reylos are just a cast-off mutated version of the SJWs, so basically just ignore them and hopefully maybe they'll get over it quicker. Because they're going to have to accept the fact that Kylo Ren died at the end of The Rise of Skywalker, but he did basically confirm that Reylo and every other nasty rumor about Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, being true. If you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is going around unsubscribing people, so make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics They're Bad For You, then go over to BitChute and subscribe to my BitChute channel, Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. And if you could you also please share this video? Share it on Twitter, share it on Reddit, and share it on Facebook. Share it anywhere you think it'll do the most good good because YouTube is not going around promoting their own YouTube creators anymore, and it would really help me if you could please share this video. Now listen closely, it's that time of the day again. Keep checking back in all my future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.